Kiko, can you please stop licking your paws while I'm trying to film a video? Hi sisters, welcome back to my channel. In today's, my viewfinder was so delayed and I saw myself waving. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Unleash Your Inner Artist palette by Morphe and James Charles. I'm so excited to try this out, so I'm not going to spend too long blabbing on this intro. If you guys want to see what I come up with and how to get this look and my final thoughts on the palette, then let's just go ahead and get started.
Alright guys, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And if you see me constantly looking to my left, it is because I'm trying to make sure that I am in focus for you guys. Alright guys, and now I'm going to go in and set my eyes with the shade Canvas from the Morphe x James Charles palette. So first thoughts on this palette was that I love the packaging. Absolutely obsessed with the matte black and the gloss lettering. And second thoughts was I'm glad that this palette is still really big, but at the same time it is very travel friendly. You can throw it in your bag and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Put it in your suitcase, and it's, like I said, it's very travel friendly. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and I just love that it is a palette that you can use for everyday looks, colorful looks, Halloween looks, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Mardi Gras, whatever, girl. Do you, boo-boo. And right there, I was just trying to decide what look I wanted to go for. So I decided to go in with the shade 518, and I just took a Morphe blending brush and I began putting that in my crease. So as y'all just saw whenever I tapped off my brush, there was some excess powder kick up. I don't really have an issue with that. Some people might. I don't. I kind of dug my brush into that shade to get a lot of pigment, and as you can see, that's exactly what I got whenever I applied this shade. I keep looking to the right or left of me because my dog was literally snoring so loud. But yeah, I just dip back into the shade 518 and I get the pigment to where I want it to be. And I kind of did this look super blown out, super smoky. I did it very fall appropriate. Right here it literally looks like I'm sleeping, but I'm not. I'm looking down at my mirror and I'm also kind of messing around on my phone. And now we move on to our other eye, and I do the exact same thing with the shade 518. Literally while editing this, y'all, I realized I spent so long blending out that one shade, but I just wanted to be super blown out and just really create the base of this look. Next, I go in with the shade Rusted, and I do the exact same thing, except I apply this a little bit lower in the crease. For the shade 518, I applied that at the top of my crease and of my lid. This shade, I'm going to go in and really start defining out where I want these colors to go. And as y'all can see right here, I'm really not going in with that much pigment to start. I'm gradually picking up pigment and just adding it where I want, because I feel like, and this is with everyone, with a lot of tutorials, if you go in with way too much pigment, it is harder to blend out in the long run than it is to go in with not enough and slowly build it over time. So I feel like with these really colorful looks, that is key, is to just slowly go in, tap off the excess, apply it, blend it out, go back in, blend it out, go back in, blend it out. You guys get the point. right here, I was literally getting so tired of blending. Like I said earlier, blending is key. Just go in, pick up more product, blend it out, go back in, pick up more product, and blend it out. It'll look better in the long run too. I really go for like the seamless blended look with my eyeshadow looks. And right here, I'm kind of going in again with the shade Rusted in the same brush and just really focusing on that shape that I want for the overall eye look. Now I'm going in with the shade Love That, and I am going to go in with a more defined crease brush, and I'm going to apply that again to another specific area of my eye. The whole key, the whole entire kind of like look that I was going for was a sunset. So you can see each layer, each color in different areas of the eye. And right here, I'm going back in with the shade Rusted, and I am going to start blending out that harsh line where Rusted and Love That meet. So basically, like I said, what I'm doing is I'm going in again with Love That, with that more defined crease brush, adding that into the crease, going back in with the bigger, fluffier crease brush in the shade Rusted and blending out the shade Love That to give me that blown out smoky effect, but still at the same time keeping the colors layered. That is the key here with this look, is you want to go in and blend out one color with the first base color, go back in, darken that up, and blend it out again with that base color. Right now I'm going back in with the shade Rusted, and I am again just blending out the shade Love That to give me the same look as the other eye. Now I feel like I am at a point where I'm satisfied with the blending and my hands are tired. Now we're going to go in again with the Morphe X James Charles palette. We're going to go in with the deeper purple shade called Escape. I just noticed when I looked at that clip, like just now when I flashed the palette, that the shade Love That had like a pinky look to it, but me sitting here looking at it, it is more of like a plummy purple color. It's not really pink. So, and I just took this on a Morphe M433. That is my favorite brush to kind of like pack color into the crease, if that's the right word. And it just really applies and blends out the color that I'm wanting in that specific area in a way that no other brush can do. Now I'm going to go back in with the shade Love That in that same defined crease brush. When I say defined crease brush, I really mean that that crease brush is more tapered than your typical crease brush. It's one of the brushes from the Jaclyn Hill brush collection. So yeah, it's really good for really packing on pigment in the crease. Going back in with the same Morphe M433 and that darker purple shade, and again just adding it to the lower half. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Oh, I think I was jamming Halsey Without Me. I love that song so much. But yeah, going back in with that darker purple shade and really just, again, darkening up the lower half of the crease, more so the space like right above the eyelid and the crease. That's what we're defining right now. Now I'm just looking at my eyes to see what else I want to add. I have a little mirror in front of me, like a magnified mirror, and then I have my big vanity mirror. So I kind of like look at one, then I look at the other. I see if there's like some missing spaces, or if I feel like one eye's, you know, a little bit more blended than the other. So that's what we're doing right now, is just some cleanup work for the main part of the eyes. Now I am going back in with the shade 518, which was the very first shade that we applied to our eyes, and I'm just really going to kind of bring back that first layer of color that we laid down on the eyes, really blend all of the shades together, and continue to do some more cleanup work on the eyes. Right here, I was really trying to decide if I wanted to keep the eye look matte or if I wanted to go in with a shimmer shade. And basically, I do end up going in with a shimmer shade. I go in with the shade Artistry and just watch what happens. So right here is when I first am kind of playing around with the shade Artistry, and I wish I could have shown you guys. Oh, okay, cool. I am constantly going in back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nothing is really picking up on the brush. Like hardly any pigment is picking up on the brush. So up until this very moment, all of the shades in the palette were absolutely amazing. I even went in and hit this with a little bit of setting spray to see if it would pick up the pigment. And as you see, whenever I go to apply the shade right here, hardly anything happens. Now, I know the palette has some pressed pigments in it, and from my past experience with the Desi and Katy Friendcation palette, there's 2 pressed pigments, actually 3, no, just 2, I believe, and those shades are phenomenal. I know Dose of Colors and Morphe are 2 different companies, but I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of the shade. I ended up going in and covering it up with the shade Escape because I was over it. And of course I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye because I want the same look. I'm going to go in with the shade Artistry again, hit it with a little bit of setting spray, apply it to the lid, and then eventually I will go over it with the shade Edge. I just said the name of it. I don't know. I'll have it listed in the bottom bar, guys. I think it's the shade Edge, though. That might not even be a name. Escape. Wow. I suck. And right here is when I'm going in with that shade Escape and covering up the Artistry shade. And eventually I go out of frame. Sorry, I suck. I don't know why, but sometimes I forget I'm filming, and then I realize, oh, hey, the people need to see what I'm doing. Now we're going to go in with foundation. I'm using the NYX Total Control foundation. I really like this foundation. It's from the drugstore. It's like $14, and it gives really good coverage. So yeah, and I like that it's little droplet thingy. I don't know. I find that I always have foundation on the back of my hand whenever I have like the traditional pump, and I don't like that. I forget to take it off. No, I don't forget. I'm just lazy. Now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to conceal my big old under eye bags. Sometimes people like are dramatic when they say they have under eye bags, but mine look like literal airbags. Then I go back in with my Morphe blending sponge and I blend everything out just to make sure that it is all seamless and ready to go. Oh, we had a moment? I think I like hit myself in the face with some foundation. Hit myself in the face. What? I think I hit my eyeshadow with my sponge. Then we're going to go in and, oh, something happened. We're going to go in and bake with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. You guys, I've tried to bake with other powders. I've tried to not bake. I've tried to just set my under eye. I cannot not do my makeup without setting with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I don't know if my glands underneath my eyeballs have gotten bigger, but the oil secretion is just insane. So I'm just going to continue to bake and be cakey. And now we're going to go in and fill in these freaking caterpillars. I don't know if you can tell, but in the middle of my forehead, you see some major brow hair. Your girl has just been too lazy to go get her brows done. And ever since I got my microblading, it kind of hurts to pluck them. So, ooh, and I just opened up a brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder. That was my old one. Sorry. Now we're going to go in and dust off the translucent powder, and we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of our face. So we're just going to speed through that real quick, like real quick. Right here, I'm just going in with some MAC Studio Fix powder. I believe on this shade NC43 in a Real Techniques Essential Face Brush. Now going in with the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette to contour and bronze up the face, because you can't never not contour and bronze, right? I don't know. Still using the Park Avenue Princess palette. I'm using the two lightest shades in the palette to go in and highlight my under eye. So, yeah. Then after that, we're going to go in with blush, and we're going to use the Morphe, I think this is the 9W palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. It's very fall appropriate. It kind of matches my sweater too. Now we're going to work on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go in with the shade Love That again for the lower lash line. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to mimic exactly what we did on the eyelid, and we're going to do that on our lower lash line as well. Now we're going to go in with the shade Escape, which is the dark purple shade in the palette. And literally, while I was filming this, I took a glance at the face that I was making, and I thought, wow, that's a cute face. I looked in the viewfinder, and I was like, that was a cute face. It never fails, though. Never fails. And we're back again with the freaking face, Brianna. Anyways, doing the same thing to my other eye on that lower lash line with the shade Escape. Now I'm just kind of connecting my lower lash line and the outer V of the eyeshadow together to have a really seamless, blown out, smoky effect.
So real quick guys, I went ahead and added some mascara to my lower lash line. I used the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara, and then I also added some NYX Pure White liner to my lower lash line. And now I'm going to go ahead and highlight real quick. I got a new highlighter today from Ulta. It's by Juvia's Place. I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up. Anyways, it's the Nubian Loose Highlighter by Juvia's Place. And y'all, I'm so excited to use this. Like, so excited. I saw it today at Ulta and I was like, I need it in my life. So we're gonna go ahead. Hopefully there's like a little, okay, cool. So I'm gonna dump a little into my lid, grab a highlighting brush. I'm gonna use the Morphe M510. Oh god, oh baby Jesus, this is gonna be, oh god, I'm so nervous. Okay. I haven't highlighted in so long. Okay. It's going with my sunsetty vibes here. And if you hear something snoring, it's my dog. Can we just talk about this highlight for a second? Like, okay, Juvia's Place. And we're done. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're done. Hold on. And James himself said his palette doubles as a fan, so. And now we're done. Alright guys, this is the finished look. This is what I came up with. I'm just honestly super blown away by this palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. You get 39 amazing, phenomenally pigmented shades. Now, what shade was that I had some issues with? I don't know why my thing is backwards. Artistry. The shade right here, Artistry, this one right here, I had some issues with, you guys. It wasn't very pigmented. I found myself constantly rubbing my brush in that shade in particular, just trying to pick it up. And I was using a MAC 242 brush, and maybe you can see, like, that's basically kind of what was picked up. I know that's not really in focus, but nothing was coming up off of the shadow, and I was like super excited because I wanted to kind of do like a sunset vibe. That's what I've got going on here, you know, like the sunset, and then as it gets darker. But other than that, guys, the palette is absolutely stunning. You get 39 phenomenal shades, 39 shades, 38, whatever. You get what I'm saying. 39 shades, and the price I believe was $39. Totally worth the buy. It's very similar to the Morphe 39A, which I will pull out and show you guys. I believe they're the same size. Yeah, this is the James Charles palette, and then I have the 39A. Same size, same setup. The 39A was Morphe's first like 39 shadow palette. Mine is extremely beat up. I use it all the time for freelance. But yeah, this is totally, you know, I get the vibe that James was going for. Anyone can use this palette. There's a lot of amazing shades in here. I really just wanted to, you know, do what the palette was telling us and unleash my inner artist. Unleash your inner artist. Yeah, I just wanted to totally like branch out and do something that I've never done before. I don't really dive into colors. I keep to my neutral looks, and when I do use colors, I'm always super nervous because I don't know, I just don't really play with color that much, but I really like the way that this look turned out. Hopefully you guys like the way that this look turned out. So yeah guys, that's it for me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see. I know I've been gone for a little minute. School, life, work, it's been a little crazy, but I'm back and I'm better than ever. Have lots of fun videos planned, and like I said, just let me know what you guys want to see down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit the post notification bell so that way you can get notified every single time that I upload a video. I'm a little thirsty. For water, not for views. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!